Hey guys, it's Jack and welcome back to the Pinwatch Jack video, and today this is the end of my challenge for the year. The can I get a pin for every film? And the answer was no, and we only finished about 9 short, something like that. I'll have to check my list. We had 9 pins, or 9 films to go, and those were Tarzan, Dinosaur, Home on the Range, Meet the Robinsons, The Good Dinosaur, Onward, Turning Red, Elemental, and Elio. And we managed to cross another 3 off whilst I was away in Disneyland Paris recently. Now, the first one of those is Tarzan, which I got these. I was having a look for all these pins, and this was the only 3 I could find whilst I was out there. And the first one here is Turk dressed up as Jane, which was cool. There was another one that I thought was really cool, but I just didn't get it. I'll be honest. I tried to go for a cheap option because they're not a series I collect. The second one I went with was a Turning Red Panda May pin, which again, very cool, bit like a Polaroid kind of photo-y kind of thing there. Very, very cool with little Red Panda May. And the final one I got was from Elio, and I've not seen Elio yet, so I have no idea who these characters are. I presume one of them is Elio, the little lad, probably, but I've got no idea who either of these two lovely giant slug creature and what looks like Budget Morph from Treasure Planet. But no idea who any of those 3 are. I presume that's Elio. But it was another film that ticked off the list, and it was the most recent one. And again, I was quite surprised by how little Elio stuff there was. There was like one pin, 2 pins, something like that. Which does mean that at the end of the year, the 6 pins that escaped us were Dinosaur, Home on the Range, Meet the Robinsons, The Good Dinosaur, Onward, and Elemental. And to be honest, I expected to see more Elemental stuff. The other 5 even, Good Dinosaur was not that big a success. Neither was Onward. I think that was released during COVID, which doesn't help. Dinosaur's quite an old film. Home on the Range, never. I very rarely see any Home on the Range stuff. And Meet the Robinsons is one of those things that occasionally crops up, but again, is sort of not massive in the... especially in the Paris park stuff. I might have had more luck if I've been looking in the States, perhaps. But obviously, being here in the UK, limited access to pins, and obviously travelling over to Paris this year, didn't have much of a chance to have a look properly anyway. But that will do for this video. And if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. Comment down below what pins you've been collecting recently, and sort of what you think my challenge for next year should be, because I'm starting to have a think about that now and sort of get the ball rolling on what next year's challenge could be. Because I try to do a pin challenge every year sort of thing, whether it's, a pin for every film, or as it was previously, if I pick just 5 random sets or something like that, and try to finish them or start them. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. But I hope you'll have an amazing day. Check out my previous videos on screen here and here. Subscribe down below. And I will talk to you all next time. It is time for day 2 of the pin advent calendar. I struggled to get it done. Day number 2. And it's... oh, what is this? It's one of the Star Wars ones, I think. It's Hoth. It is Christmas. It is Tauntaun. It's one of the ones I wanted, which is super cool. I always forget how big these pins are. I always expect them to be really tiny, and they're not. They're massive. But there is Tauntaun. I think that's Luke riding a Tauntaun, but always love my Star Wars creatures. As long as I don't have to fall asleep in a Tauntaun. This is one of those thingy ones. They do almost like sleeping bags now, because obviously in the movie he has to cut open the tauntaun and sleep in it to keep warm. Yeah, it's quite sadistic, really, isn't it? But I mean, survival. But there is the tauntaun pin, super cool pin, and check out tomorrow's video when that comes out. Subscribe down below. Check out a few previous videos on screen here and here. And I hope you'll have an amazing day. And I'll talk to you all same time tomorrow.